think Fernando Mendoza would be at the strip club, and every time the DJ would play like an air horn or something, he would cover his ears and say loud noises.
What made you like the under?
Have you ever done eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Here's the lineup. Goots, please don't splurge every time I name a name. Gunnar Henderson.
Oh.
She goes on a date with this guy, goes back to his apartment, and he does Muay Thai. And he moves the coffee table out of the way and asks her if he can show her his Muay Thai moves. You know what? I'm sick and tired of this mush bullshit. If I tweet I'm going to bet somebody and something goes horribly wrong or they get injured the next play, it's like, yeah, you mushed them. I get it. Yeah. I believe in the mush. I believe in jinxes. I'm a superstitious guy when it comes to this stuff. So AC Milan is Italy.
And that's Milano. Milan is Milano. Got it.
Check 1 2. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? It is Friday, May 15th, halfway through the month. No, yeah, well, basically, I think May is 31 days. I always forget that. I'm sure there's some fucking song to remind me, or you, or anybody, which months have 31 days, but I always forget. Did April have 31 days? No, April 30th was a thing. May 31st is a thing. Anyways, it's the end of the week. We have Greg coming on to fill in for Steak. I'm very much looking forward to that. Next week, Steak is going to be out all week. He is traveling. He's going on vacation. I'm sure he's going to have a lovely time. Hope he does. And Steak, I doubt you're listening, but I enjoyed your or looking forward to your content when you're in Italy. We got to make sure Steak remembers to make some content because sometimes he slacks. You know what I mean? His head's down with the Grand Salami, with the fucking Grand Slam, with the fucking White Sox. Get out there, film some shit when you're in Italy. I want to see it. And when you're in Switzerland and enjoy the time off from sports betting Twitter and the board review chat and the Twitch chat that makes my fucking blood boil every day. Just kidding. You guys are great. And thank you to Andrew. Are you in here? Andrew Coates. What a very nice tweet to wake up to today. Andrew Coates said, Degen, I'm graduating college today. Congratulations. Just wanted to say it wouldn't have been the same without my morning coffee. Watching the board review before class. Hands down the best show on X, YouTube, Instagram, you name it. Thank you, Steak and Degen. Thank you, Andrew, for tuning in. As always, we don't discriminate if you're in college. Well, actually, no, we do discriminate. You can't be in high school and watch this show, because I don't think you're old enough to gamble, and you're not old enough to probably do a lot of the things that we talk about, like drinking, alcohol, and we don't really talk about drugs or anything like that because we're not big drug guys, but you know what I mean. What's up, little shoot 'em up? Good to see you. Sabres are cooked. Hab to the truth. I know they're really fucking good. We try to tell you this. I try to tell you this for weeks. I'm not over here trying to act like I'm the guy who fucking discovered the Montreal Canadiens being good at hockey, because I know Ryan Sura, shout out Ryan Sura in Owner's Box if he's in here listening. He told me a long time ago, get your eyes on the Montreal Canadiens. I did. Bryce Miller with a new follow. What's up? Danny E reached 150 stream streak. Snowman Sports gave a shout out to 50 viewers. Oh, that was 20 hours ago. Jeff loves the Colombian room. I don't know what that means behind the back door. What does the Colombian? Sounds like a place I would enjoy. Degen claiming he's not a big drug guy is exactly what a big drug guy would say. That is very true. Habs and VGK looked crazy last night. Yep, Jeff Friday, as my girlfriend calls him on a Friday. Nothing like it. Yep, Jeff Friday works. Jeff any day works. Bryce Miller, happy Greg Day to all who observe. Bryce Miller, first-time chatter, just followed, says happy Greg Day to all who observe. I absolutely love that. What you get into this weekend, I'm glad that you, Jeff, what you get into this weekend, I've thought about it because my wife is she's actually going to the Dominican Republic on a girls trip. Funny, she went to a resort out there when they just opened it, and it was not a good experience. And so the resort apologized. They obviously, anytime anything opens, an establishment opens, you get a little growing pains. You're doing things for the first time. So they gave everybody like a free comp trip to come back that expired in a year. So they were like, well, we got to go. So she's going to DR and then going to Miami for a work trip. And then I'm going to meet her in Miami next week. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I've got a weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I have a weekend and I want to know, I'm going to talk to Greg about it. We're going to get Greg up here in a few. talk to Greg about it and see what he thinks. I've got some ideas of things that I'd like to do in New York, because you know what I realize is the people want, the people need New York City content. They just do. That's on me. I forget that people really enjoy this city from afar, or maybe they don't. You know, maybe you love to hate it, the misery and all the things you got to go through, and the cost and the traffic and the people and the lines. So I'm gonna do some thinking here. I'm gonna try to get creative. I really have a light day today. Tomorrow's not too bad. Sunday is a little corp. I'm really gonna try to get to the Yankees Mets game. I might have to be a little late, but I'd love to do it. Jeff, I really like your food reviews in NYC, and also just generally anything. I've never been there. Yeah, Lil Shoot 'em Up. This is great feedback. You know, a lot of people do like them, and I forget. And I'll be honest. I mean, I feel like a douchebag. I really do, but you kind of just have to just do it, you know, because people like watching it. Everybody's on their phones all day, every day. People like watching content. Putting yourself out there is not fun. It's not comfortable. I like live streaming. I'm much more comfortable live streaming, but like hitting record and videoing yourself doing something feels weird, and then uploading it. So, but yeah, I don't know. People like it. What is your picture, by the way? Is that you? I thought that was somebody else for a second. Jeff, food review. No, I'll tell you what. I think Chewy does a pretty good job of the food reviews. Actually, City Bike from LI. Yeah, that would be a good one. Go to Baltimore this weekend. I thought about maybe going to Philadelphia this weekend. Anyways, let's get Greg up here. But before we do, Team Greg is alive. He sure is. Before we do, Big Greg guy. Yep, Jeff Sunday sold me Dent. By the way, nice job when a typo goes wrong. Board review after graduation is a play. Yep, it's up behind the back door. How we do it behind the back board. Graduated yesterday, insanely hung. Yep, he posted the business class of Emirates. It looked nice as hell. It sure fucking did. I've never flown Emirates or Lufthansa, I think is another one. We'll see if Greg has. Let's get him up here in a second. But I did make a nice cup of tea. Oh, wait, hold on. There's an all caps good morning. I always like to shout those out because I like the vibes. Good morning, RedTube says, nay, Ellie Trinidad 819. Boom, bang, pow. What's up, Graylish? Graylish, you said something that was actually worth the shit yesterday, but I forgot. Rav, wait, Jeff, what was Greg saying? What are you talking about? What was Greg saying? We'll get Greg up here. Jeff, you should go to PGA Championship. I've actually thought about that. That's on the list. You're going to listen to the Drake album? I don't know. Do I need to do this? Let me get my cup of tea real quick. I'm going to say it's a pee break. It's not a pee break. I'm going to pour the cup of tea. I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. We just started. Then we're going to get Greg up here. We're going to have a good time. I just said I'm not peeing. I just said I'm not peeing. Stop with this guy's bladder worse than a 90-year-old, but it is pretty bad. Anyways, Greg, you good to go? I just want to make sure you look sharp with the blazer. Hello and welcome. I say welcome like you haven't been here many times before, but how's the you look sharp. How's the mic? You're gonna have to speak. Nope, you're muted. Yep, you're muted. That's all right. We can figure it out. Hold on, let's work through this. We got it. Nope, you're muted. Yeah, you're not muted. You're not like your mic isn't muted. I think it's a setting. That's all right. If your mic is plugged in, you go to settings on StreamYard, right? You go to audio. You see the mic tab. Is it selected correctly? And do you see green dots when you talk? That's weird. Does anybody hear him? Say something again, Greg. No, nobody hears him, right? It's not just me. This is my favorite part. That's all right. All right. You want me to, I'll take Greg off for a second. And we'll bring him back up here in a minute. Greg, just give me, oh wait, what is that? Is that another mic? I can't hear you. I don't even know why I'm asking you questions. All right. I'll give you a minute. There's no rush. We got nothing but time. We have absolutely nothing but time. I'm reading his lips. He said he doesn't see green dots. Oh, well, then it's probably a fucking setting error. Hold on. Check. All right. Now we can do this. Let's just keep it live.
Better.
Yes.
Dots. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Snowman. I don't see green dots.
So was it not plugged in?
I didn't have the mic. I just tried to do it without the mic because I was kind of scrambling. But as soon as I plug the mic in, the mic works.
There's no, I told you, there's no need to scramble. I know you're corp. I know you got shit going on today. Nice blazer, by the way. You look very tech founder.
Not quite.
You don't think so? With a nice t-shirt and a black blazer?
Air conditioning's 100 years old. It's a tech founder landscape.
Dude, there's fucking tech startups for everything. By the way, before we talk, I just want to preface this whole stream with Greg coming on. We're going to keep this very loose. I think we're going to talk about a lot of like real world things, not like fucking
good. Cause I'm right now, I'm pretty useless on the diamond.
I know you are, and that's totally fine. I'll end it with the board, but we'll have some fun and keep it light. Greg the GOAT, conference tournament and map legend, you absolutely know. We need Greg to recap the Napa trip. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about.
I was just going to tell a story from it, actually, since somebody mentioned it. Did you tell the whole press debacle?
So yeah, when you tell the story, don't name any names, but I did ask Steak's opinion on what happened, what transpired, and how I behaved and acted and reacted. And Steak actually, which is funny because he's a very he looks mean, but he's very soft-spoken and he always takes the high road. He always takes care of like servers and hospitality, even more than I do. It's obnoxious. Like if he gets bad service, he'll still tip well. Be like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, dude, you got to teach him a lesson. I think he says that I maybe took too much of a high road in the press fiasco. And and I didn't think he was going to say that. I didn't either.
I was kind of curious because it did kind of spiral out of hand and it turned into mob mentality. But the story I was going to tell from it that I thought I still laugh at is, so I don't know if the whole chat knows it. Basically went to a really swanky restaurant. The service was bad, bad. But anyway, we ordered 3 appetizers. They were pretzel. It was delicious.
Oh, they know about the pretzel, but go ahead, tell them.
To make up for the pretzel, they brought 2 more. And as a mob, we kind of said, "Hey, look, we don't want 2 pretzels. We actually ordered." But the whole time, the 2 pretzels that were sitting there, we had a table mentality of not to eat the 2 new pretzels. And Jeff just couldn't get it out of his head of like, what if I just eat that corner piece? Do you think that corner piece is missing? What if I just take one and then reorganize the pretzel so that they can't tell that I took it? But I kind of want to know because we were hungry, man. We hadn't eaten for a while. And it was like, what, 9:45?
I told them it was an hour before we got our first course, which is just unacceptable. I mean, and also when you go, like, it's like a high-end restaurant, like they're like little fucking tiny. I mean, my app was like, like a pea soup, but it was really good. Yeah. But it's like, come on, what the fuck is taking so long? But also, your wife was starving.
She was hot, dude.
And now she was hot.
Once she hits a tier, there's no, like, I kind of felt like the husband who was just like, yeah, my wife's losing it, but there's nothing I can do. But she gets to that point once every 4 years. So I've seen it enough now to know that there's nothing I can do.
No.
Yeah, anything I do is poking a bear more.
It's just it's the equivalent of like if your wife is hot and you hold on one second, sorry, and you say relax, that is pouring gasoline on a fire. Like,
exactly.
Literally. So, but no, what I was gonna say is she was hungry, and even she mentioned like, kind of want to eat that pretzel. Yeah, because she was sitting right next to me, and like I was just staring at the pretzels, but I'm like, not gonna do it. But like, if I did eat a little piece of it, like, would they even notice? Probably not. Our point would still be made.
Do you think the mentality would have been different if they brought us a different appetizer than what we already had?
Yeah. I think
so too.
And you also forgot to mention, which we included in the story, we ordered the caviar pretzel, which is like $75 each, and then they brought us pretzels as like a hey, we're sorry, with no caviar. Yeah. So like we'll give them the cheap version of, we'll turn this into a fucking beer hall.
We just ate 3 of them.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah. No, it was very funny. Joel, some people probably know it or remember it. We discussed it at length, and it was great. It was a really, really good story. I wanted to know, as I have the San Francisco hat on and we were just talking about like tech bro things, Have
Did I
you?
put a San Francisco hat on? I have a Giants hat too.
No, I mean you can if you want to, but your hair looks good. You don't need to. Have you been to San Francisco? Like I know you just like you flew in to drive to Napa and then
Yeah,
then back.
I went to a Giants game. That's where I got the Giants hat that I have.
How long ago were you there?
20.
Oh God. Okay.
16.
Oh, I thought you were about to say 20 years ago. Oh, 2016.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I did it when I ran the Big Sur Marathon. We went into San Francisco for a few days and then went down to Big Sur. So I think it was probably 2016.
Did you ride in a Waymo?
No, they didn't exist at that point.
So they didn't exist. However, they have been a project since like 2009.
They weren't commercialized.
They weren't commercial, right? I didn't know when they started to release them, but anyways, I rode in one. It was actually a lot of fun, and it's a very cool thing that's going on in San Francisco. But Cornfields lives in Nashville, and he sent me some clips about how like the Waymo experience so far is not off to a hot start because there's just too many people, and the Waymos are like getting thrown into a funk. But I saw something on my Twitter feed today where there's like a subdivision, suburb, whatever you want to call it, a nice little neighborhood, quiet neighborhood in Northwest Atlanta, and this lady, it's a little cul-de-sac. The lady who lives there was filming. There's 12 Waymos that just come and drive around. They just come one after the other. They're just driving around to like kill time when they don't get any demands or something.
Oh, they just send them out there just to kind of.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, she was actually really nice. She was interviewed and she's like, we just want them to like be on the main roads. You know what I mean? Like we're not anti-Waymo. And they're all just circling the cul-de-sac. I was like,
it's going to be a bit eerie.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit eerie. I was like, I don't know if you've ever seen Leave the World Behind on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, with all the Teslas crashing.
And there was a big controversy because like the Obamas helped produce it, and it's like, what's a former president doing helping produce a fucking movie that's about like a cyber attack and everything like that? But yeah, all the cars got.
Well, it was in that defense against that, it was a book. Before it was a movie, he just saw it as a good opportunity, and that's why he was a producer. It's not like he came up with the story.
No, I understand. I saw Waymo getting pulled over. That's pretty funny. I've never seen that. Have y'all seen
what's a cop do in that situation?
That's
Does a Waymo roll the window down? Why even roll the window down?
Well, for the passenger to talk.
Yeah, I guess the passenger, you have to have control of your windows.
Yep. They put a little blockade in the cul-de-sac and it was a damn mind fuck for the Waymos. That's right. They put like a little they put like that little sign where it's like a turtle holding a flag and it's like children playing or something. And all the Waymos just like fucking piled on top of one another. It was
little plastic turtles.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You got nieces and nephews
from like 1990, right?
So Greg,
fun fact, my uncles used to have a plastic manufacturing company, and that was one of the random things they made.
No shit.
Yeah, a bunch of lawn ornaments, like a big plastic Santa, candy canes. You'll see them, and they're very recognizable because they're all like the company went out of business in '98, so they're all very recognizable of like late 1980s to late 1990s when everything was made.
Yeah, you know all these like random facts. I told everybody, by the way, how you were reading a book. You're always reading a book. Sometimes you're reading two books. And the talk of the trip was Greg reading a book called Cod, the fish that changed.
I read Cod a long time ago. It was It was a very boring book. But my wife still makes fun of me because she's like, "What the fuck are you reading?" And it's like it's the biography of Cod.
I just don't even know. Like I don't read books, but I wish I did. I like to go to bookstores. This is like the weirdest thing. I love like when my wife does, she doesn't read a lot.
You like the idea of it.
I love the idea of it. I like going to bookstores and I like walking around. I love shopping for books. I like just like taking them out. You look at the cover, you read the back, you open it up
because you don't even buy.
It's so weird. Yeah. And listen, I'll admit every now and then I buy a book. I read a couple pages and I never look at it again. But like, you know, I like our shelves where the books are. Like I have a few. I just haven't read all of them. Even the Billy Walters book, unfortunately, I probably made it about 44 pages and I didn't finish. Now I listened to his entire
great book.
It is. I like it. And it's just, dude, it's just the worst. And I have no other excuse of like, I fucking will go to the park. I'll sit down. I'll have the book. I'll read a couple pages and I'll just be like, well, check the Twins Marlins score. And then from there you go and you check fucking Twitter and it's like, God damn it. Then you check your picket And it's like,
yeah, if
fuck.
you're going to sit down and read a book, you can't have your phone with you.
Yeah. Now, X-Finchie remembers. See, I love that people remember some of the stories we tell. But yeah, Greg, that was one of the last books I read. Greg let me borrow Shoe Dog. And there were two places I read that book. I would go on the elliptical. I was not doing the treadmill or running at the time because I think my knees were like really killing me. And I was doing the elliptical, which is a bitch cardio workout. I just wanted that on the record. But I'd put the book in front of me and I would probably read. I would make it a mission to at least read like 15 pages, which is about 30 minutes on the elliptical for me. I read slow. And then I would also go in the sauna. But I realized in the sauna, when you're reading a book, like your sweat drips on the pages and it starts to add up and then they get loose and the book gets fucked. So I apologize. Did I give that book back to you?
Yeah, you did it. But my wife read it after you and she was pissed off because chunks of the book were literally falling out.
Oh yeah. You don't have a page 88. But anyways, what was I going with this? Oh, I wanted to ask you about San Francisco and the Waymo experience. You haven't been in it, but I remembered, I forgot if you had family that lived in Atlanta, but you don't. I think they're in like Charlotte. So.
Yeah, they're outside of Atlanta.
Yeah, so I was wondering if they had experienced any of the Waymo issues, but it doesn't sound like they did. Anyways, I have another question to ask you, and this is actually really what I wanted to talk to you about. Today's show is going to be more about what should I do with a weekend to myself in New York. Now, my wife left this morning, actually made her flight, did not have to run. And she's going girls trip in the DR before a work trip in Miami. I'm going to meet her next week in Miami. So I have work Sunday. I had work yesterday. I'm pretty light today and tomorrow. Now, what I've started to realize, Greg, is whether I like it or not, there are people who look to me as someone who lives in New York, who has experience with New York, and in going to New York is a very overwhelming thing for a lot of people that you often forget when you live somewhere. And even still living here is like that, it's a tough place to figure out, and it's changing all the time. But I had two people this week DM me and say, one guy's going this summer with a group of friends to a Yankees game for the first time. Another guy has to go for work meetings for a work conference at Chelsea Piers. So he was like, hey, like, where should I stay? Blah, 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 blah. What do you recommend, for drinks, this and that? And this isn't the first time. Like, people ask for this shit, which is great. I would ask a local. I ask people for suggestions about San Francisco, but I need to put like a little guide together, like a little like visiting New York City Jeff Sunday guide. And so what I thought to myself was, okay, I'm also very rusty. I don't know about you. I mean, you had a kid.
Dude, I'm so rusty.
That's what I want to ask you about. Because are you 39?
Yes.
I'm 38. And we're definitely past our prime. But we're not to the point where it's like you can't go out and have a good time in the city.
But you guys still go out a good bit.
Yeah, we do. But we've reverted to like, hey, what's the new spot that we should go try, to like, we have our go-tos. And it's funny because when we used to be the people who would try to go to the new place every weekend, we would be like, man, we need to go back to the places we liked. When you like go to a few that kind of are underwhelming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've become the people who we wanted to be 10 years ago of like, all right, we have our rotation, this and this, but then you start to get kind of stuck doing the same thing. And you're like, fuck, you hear people talking about new places and you're like, well, I should have an opinion on that. So anyways, it's a glorious day today. I want to go out there and I want to have a lunch. I want to have a beverage for happy hour. And then I want to go watch the game somewhere. By the way, there's an echo coming in. Would you mind changing the setting on your mic? Just change it to anything. It's on the other side of your microphone.
I just turned the only knob I could see. I don't know what these do. Top or bottom?
Bottom, switch it to something. Yeah, try that.
Better?
Put your mic straight up.
Better.
Check. Guys, can you hear me? Check. I don't know. Check.
Turn it one more. Better?
Check. Good. Well, let's leave it like this. It's fine. Gain is 100. Yeah, you sound a lot better. So it was fine also. Okay, if you say so. No, you're good. You just muted yourself. No. Look on the screen. I think it's on the screen. No? All right, push the red button then. There's a button inside of your mic. Inside of your mic. Yep. Red button. No? What are you doing? You got to unplug it? Almost forgot about my tea. You're gone. You're gone. I don't know who this guy is, but he's just way too hot right now. We got to give him a 10-minute timeout. You can do it. You can do it. I think you need to look in the settings. Oh, you're whipping around a cord. That's all right. I believe in you. What's up, ZDZ Bet? What's up, Captain Hook? Oh my God. Are you at the rodeo right now? Drake drops 3 albums and these guys can't work mics. Man, Jeffrey really knows how to talk you through it. Yep. Is the Drake album release really a big thing? I'll just talk to the chat while you're figuring this out. No, I think it's in your settings, Greg. It's in your settings. It was fine. You were muted, then you unplugged something, and now I think it's just in your settings. You know where the settings is?
Yeah, there we go.
Boom.
What happens? You're giving terrible advice. What happens is it's a little finicky.
Okay.
And if I touch the mic, sometimes something gets a little unplugged and then it just goes dead. So it wasn't in the settings. I had to like re-plug it in, but it was wrapped around.
Now your mic sounds terrible.
Really?
Yeah. That's all right. You're muted, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. Yeah. So like right now, I see when it's on the screen and it has that icon, you're just muted. So like, I think if you just hit bottom, yep,
this is exactly where I was before.
That's all right. Sometimes the video game goes in the same place, but if you blow on it, it starts to work. So, all right, back to what I was saying. I think we can pick up where we left off just fine. We're a little rusty. We're a little washed, but I can't make any excuses. I got to get back out there. You know what I mean? I gotta know what are the people drinking? What are they eating? What's going on? Now, I'm going to be honest. I can't just go out there running around trying every new restaurant that opens in Manhattan. But I want to go back to the classics. You know what I mean? I want to go back to the staples. So I wanted to ask you, because you've got some pretty good ball knowledge, whether you just did it with friends. Oh, you're muted again. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think it's just like bottom left.
Dude, you keep saying it's bottom left. It's the actual plug-in to the mic keeps coming unplugged.
Where does it keep coming unplugged?
At the bottom of the mic. At the ass of the mic. Where you see the mic. Where you see the mic.
What if you just do your laptop microphone? I know how to do that. I think if you just go to your settings and change it. Might need to do a FaceTime.
I can't touch it.
But why would you touch it?
Because you fucking told me to change the game. That's when this whole thing started.
Yeah, you're right. I did tell you to change. I told you to change the setting. Don't touch it.
I'm not. That's my point. That's why I stopped touching it. And then you keep saying, oh, it's in the settings. I'm like, I fucking know what the problem is. It's just the pain.
Okay. All right.
All right. We're good.
I think we're good.
Dude, so what I was going to suggest, I don't know if you've gone there. We went 4 years ago, right when it opened, but Tarosi.
Nope.
It's the main guy from Carbone left and started something. And dude, it knocked my socks off when we went there 3 years ago. And I just saw like a New York Times top 100 and it's number 3.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, where are we talking? West Village?
Soho.
Okay.
Like right on Houston. You know where the Puck building is?
The Puck building. Yes, I do.
It's in the Puck building.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking like a decent size spot.
Big spot.
Yeah.
If you get there, tables are a bitch, but if you get there early, you can sit at the bar, which is exactly what you want to do in this situation.
I have not, Greg. I have not. Well, I mean, I've sat at a table, but like I would say when we go out to eat, 7 times out of 10, we're sitting at the bar because It's impossible to get a reservation. When I mean, are you finding it the same
It's
struggle?
nuts.
That
It's nuts.
I think that there is it's kind of like tickets, where there was an issue with tickets where like bots were like just scooping up all the tickets and then reselling them. I think that's happening with reservations, and I think that's like
Dude, I can tell you the story on this because my wife works in government relations, but essentially there's been a underground market where bots are snatching up all the reservations and then reselling the reservations. But it pisses off the restaurant because sometimes they can't sell that reservation and it's an empty table.
Yep.
If you're a bot, whatever, I'm selling these reservations for a couple $100 a pop. Every once in a while, I lose $100 when I can't sell it. The economics still work, so they keep doing it. So they're trying to block all these bot farms that are basically buying and reselling reservations. Because some of them, dude, like New York, there's a lot of fucking rich people. Some people are paying $500 for a reservation.
Insane.
So they just don't have to deal with the pain in the ass of wait till Tuesday the 15th to log in, and that's when you book it. And all these places have a different sync to do that.
Yeah, it's funny. At least it's unfortunate that was happening or still happening, but it at least makes me feel a little bit better because I would try to get these reservations, not like 30 days out like you're supposed to with all these places, but like, okay, it's not the most popular restaurant in the world. And it's like maybe 10, 11 days out, I'm at least like a little early, and I would look on a fucking Thursday and it would just give you 5 or 9:30. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like nothing that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I know there's a lot of fucking people here, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I haven't gotten a reservation at a restaurant in New York, and I mean, I'm not kidding, probably like 5 years.
See, we do because we don't go out much. So whenever we're going out, it's someone's birthday, it's anniversary,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So we have to be buttoned up because just going out on a whim on a Friday doesn't happen anymore. It's going to a local spot that has good mac and cheese for the baby.
Yeah,
like that's our go-to.
Well, I'll tell you what, the other interesting thing is living in a city like this, or really any city. I mean, if you're living in, I don't know, someone said Nashville earlier. I mean, if you're living in a lot of these like popular, trendy cities, whether it's to like visit for fun, leisure, whatever, the social media rise with TikTok, it's crazy what it'll do to a place. Because
sister snacking, dude, they go to a spot and then it's impossible.
What's Sister Snacky?
It's just like 4 sisters who go around to a bunch of restaurants in New York.
I never heard of it.
Oh, they're great, dude. They're great. But whenever they go, you're like, well, fuck, this place is like Salt Hanks. Salt Hanks or Pop-Up Bagel are the perfect examples where they're just so good at marketing it. And then there's a fucking line for a roast beef dip for an hour and a half.
It's brutal. And, it's funny. I went to Patty McGuire's, which is an Irish bar. And I went there, I think it's on like 20th and 3rd. And I went there. I was like, oh, this is a good place. I'm going to post about it. I posted a picture of the outside, the inside, my beer. And I was like, oh, if you ever need to kill an hour, like this is a good place to go to get a beer. And it did pretty well. I don't know how many, I can't remember how like the actual engagement, but it started to take off a little bit. And you wouldn't believe how many people commented like, dude, delete this, Oh no, your mic did it again. Man, this thing is rough. How did you? I've had the same mic for fucking 4 years. How did you fuck your mic up so bad? Also, is it like plugged in from the underneath, not over then under?
That's why I unraveled it.
Yeah.
So that now it's straight in,
straight under.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, technology kicking my ass. So yeah, what I was gonna say is. It's funny because like part of me is I'm very glad that like these businesses and establishments are doing very well because the expenses are through the roof. Like your rent is a fuck ton. Your taxes are crazy. I'm glad you're busy and you have a line out the door. But as a consumer, as someone who lives here and wants to go try your product, they call it the TikTokification. I think.
Yeah, sure.
It fucks everything up. And now, and this has been busy for a while, I think even before like the rise of TikTok, but Cafe Pana?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I've been there in a while because of that.
Dude, so there always has been like a line, but I vividly remember this and I fucked up because I've actually never been. But a couple of years ago, I think there's one in like Gramercy, and that's where
the first one was.
Yeah. So my favorite comedy club is over there. It's called The Stand. And we took somebody, and I remember like leaving, and there was a line, like, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 people. And I was like, nah, I don't need it that bad. Like, we'll get it another time. That was the shortest line it's ever going to be. That was like Cam Young being 40-1. Like, forget it. He's done. He's done. He's going to be 12. The lines for Cafe Pana now, which if anybody doesn't know, an affogato is like ice cream with a little espresso over it. The lines for this place, I just saw a video of it on social media. It wraps around the entire block and goes to another block. It's almost 2 entire city fucking blocks to get to this place. It's absolutely insane. So anyways, kind of going back to what I was saying, Greg, your job used to be, I mean, you had a kick-ass job.
I was going to steakhouses twice a week. Yeah.
Greg was basically like playing host in the city, and he would have clients come in from all over the country. And every now and then you take them to like the Jimmy V Classic and MSG. I would meet up with you. I met a couple of your clients one time. It was a good time. We went to that like Brother Jimmy's or something near the.
That was a group from Wisconsin. They were in town for some reason. There were some Big Ten games at the Garden.
So you used to take them, your go-to spot, I think, and you could say this or tell me this, but I think it was Quality Meats, right, in Midtown.
Well, I had a good rotation. Quality Meats, Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse, which I would say that's 1 or 2. Keen's, Delmonico's downtown, Mastro's, which is Midtown. So I had a rotation of like 5 or 6 Quality Meats that it would just kind of cycle around.
So Quality Meats, for whatever reason, I thought that was the one you probably went to the most. I could be wrong. You and I, and then our other buddies, I think we've probably been to Keen's maybe like 3 or 4 times. Excellent spot. It is from the other ones that you said, somebody just commented, Del Frisco's is slept on, Delmonico's and Maestro's. Is there any other place that you've been to that like maybe people aren't talking about?
Dude, Hawksmoor, we went there.
Yeah, we did.
Hawksmoor is very good.
So Hawksmoor, if I remember correctly, is a London steakhouse. That's where it's initiated from, and then they opened in New York, and we went there. I remember why we went there. We were trying to get a table somewhere, and it was impossible. And we were like, I think one of us found it on the app, Resi or whatever, and we didn't even get an actual table inside, but they had those right when you walk in up by the
bar
front
top tables,
the bar tops, which are like kind of like first come first serve. And I was like, all right, this is where we're eating. But that was pretty good. I was going to ask you though, what about like, you ever been to, there's 2 places I've always thought about, and I don't know if I think I've been there, but I can't really remember. PJ Clark's and Smith and Walensky. Yeah. PJ, I kind of felt the same way. Smith and Walensky's are these places kind of like not tourist traps, but you know what I mean? But like a little fugazi.
No, I wouldn't call them fugazi. I would call them, they were your classics. Like PJ Clark's commercialized a little bit. And it's fine. Like even when going to the original before it was super popular, it was fine. Smith and Walensky's is like a 1930s, 1940s. So they have, I would say that's more local New Yorkers going there, old school guys. It never really hit that social media bump, but it's a great product. So
this is what I'm going to go probably in today, and I'm gonna do a lunch, a happy hour, and a sports bar. I just Google searched, and I don't often do this because we're not traveling here. So it's like, but like best sports bars in New York City, the options that came up were like laughable. Like,
it's bad. I mean, you've been complaining about this since you got here. It's a bad market.
Yeah. The New York sports bar scene is not very good. But when I talked to the guy at T Squared, he's like, well, it's really hard to make a profit selling wings and Coors Light. Makes perfect sense. So why is and then one of the ones that I loved on 14th Street was Blind Pig, and that closed down. That was like our go-to. So anyways, funny enough, the second one that came up in the search, I meant to send you a screenshot, was Hoops. Which if you don't know about Hoops,
I can't believe Hoops survived COVID.
We won't spend too much time on Hoops, but if you don't know about Hoops, it's probably a good thing. You don't need to know about Hoops, but that came up, Greg, as the second option when you search best sports bars in New York City. I also searched like best places for happy hour, and I found a couple decent things. Maybe I'll give 1 or 2 of them a try, but I have to tell you, a lot of these are underwhelming. And I realize it's a struggle. And it's very challenging to find places to go. So I think we could be a reliable source of boots on ground. When I come to the city, whether you're coming for a college basketball tournament, you're coming for a fucking Yankees game, you're coming for a Knicks game, you can have some things to rely on. Or you're coming from work like the other guy who's going to Chelsea Piers. So I'm gonna run some things by you, and you're as much as I bust your balls, ball when it comes to the city. You're cultured, whatever you want to say. Like, I value your opinion.
I will cut you off on this one thing because this should be our next group dinner. Have you heard of Sammy's Romanian?
No.
It's a steakhouse. I think it's in like the 30s, but it's an old school Romanian steakhouse it's a party. Like it's a genuine party. Like when you can order a bottle of vodka and they bring it out in like a frozen block of ice with just like Romanian vodka or Russian vodka in it. And it looks like a good time.
I love that. Okay. See, this is the kind of stuff we need to know. There's a really good spot that nobody really talks about anymore. I don't know if it's still open, but it was a French place. I think we went, is it Raoul's? Do you remember that? They
have a good burger. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They have like steak frites. They have a burger. That's fun. It's French.
Yeah.
You go in there. There's like a ladder when you walk in, a white tablecloth, but not stuffy. It was a good environment. Yeah. I saw this guy follow. He's kind of a burner, Riley Collins or something. He lives in the city. He's a pretty good follow. But I hate the fact that he wears Crocs all the time. But he says the place that sells Coke the old-fashioned way shut down for money laundering, or was that BS? He went to it last night. And he said it shut down, and I asked, "Is it shut down for good, or like he went to it at like 8:00? Was it just time?" But I don't know. I could find out. La Boucherie, great in the West Village. I think we'd been there at one point. That's a pretty solid spot. But have you been to Monkey Bar in Midtown?
No, I've heard about it.
Heard about it. Yep. So that's on my list. Might go there today for lunch. That's when I wanted to try. I was gonna maybe swing by Smith and Walensky's and see. Gramercy Tavern. You've been to Gramercy Tavern. I've been to Gramercy Tavern, but only for dinner. The decent spot, or what do you think?
I think it's overhyped just in terms of if you're coming here on vacation,
yep.
It's a foodie spot. It's a lot of friends I have from college that come to New York, like, oh, we're going to Gramercy Tavern, which you're not going to miss. It's a great meal, but I think it does a really good job of reaching those type of people who are coming here on vacation and they want to do a nice dinner. Yeah, I used to go to Gramercy Tavern a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's another. I mean, it's kind of a pain. The back room, I think, is prefix menu, but the front of house is you can just order off the menu or sit at the bar.
Yep.
But dude, anything, honestly, if you're coming to New York, anything, and this is Cafe Pana, anything Danny Meyer is going to knock your socks off.
So
like he has, I don't know, he had started Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Right. So, but he still has his Union Square Cafe is another great spot. That's like a lunch date spot. But anything he touches is gold. Dude, Daily Provisions, that's him.
Oh,
that
I didn't know that.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We've been there quite a bit. Greg and I used to have a good a nice little routine or tradition, whatever you want to call it. Once a month we would meet at a new place for breakfast. We did it for a couple of years. We had a really good run. That's where we found Bubby's. And do you remember I saw the
Bubby's
guy
is another one that now Instagram's a bitch.
Oh yeah, I posted a video on it a couple years ago actually when I was city biking to an appointment, and I did the line from Bubby's of people waiting for $28 pancakes, and it's just insane.
It's right by where he took my daughter for swim lessons. We would take her there, and then I thought, I was like, oh, she has swim lessons. It's early Sunday. You know, after a swim lesson, we can just walk over there and get breakfast. But every time it was, it's impossible to wait that long with a 2-year-old.
So let's talk this through. So a guy asked me, he says, hey, this is a very generic question. You're coming to New York City. Where should I stay? Now I'm going to tell you what I know it's tough. I live here, so I don't know the hotels that well. I know the hotel brands, but what?
Same. I typically point people in a location.
So here's the thing. A lot of people tend to gravitate towards Times Square for 2 reasons. 1, there's a lot of hotels there. 2, you don't know if you don't live here that Times Square is hell on earth. And it sounds like a place that you want to see. So what you think you're doing is you're killing 2 birds, 1 stone, because it's like, oh, I can get a decent hotel and I'm in an area that you can go out and walk around and there's all this shit going on, the big screens and this and that, whatever. But if you ask a local, you're not going anywhere near Times Square. It's fucking miserable.
I would always point people towards staying in FiDi because you still have a good bit of hotels and you have good train stations that can get you anywhere you need to go.
So that's interesting. I've never really told anyone to look in FiDi. I told people if you're going to stay in Midtown, I prefer Midtown East at least over Midtown West. But then also like when you get down a little bit to that Nomad area, like in the 30s, kind of a little bit east of south and east of Madison Square Garden, there's a couple hotels there. I don't really know exactly what they are off the top of my head. But then it gets really hard because like then it's like, what's your budget? Because if you go down into the villages, there's a couple hotels. Chelsea, there's hotels, but they're really expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, who the fuck's actually going to stay there? The standard hotel in the East Village is not terrible. So
good spot.
Yeah, I'll tell people like, depending on what your budget is, go on hotel tonight. It's decent, whatever. But FiDi is interesting. I should probably add that into what I start telling people. Huge ass. That was me, Jeff. There you go. W's. Leb says, I'm in Philly. All this talk is making me want to take a train up to today. Yeah, but Leb, Philly rocks. Greg, you're a Philly guy.
I love Philly.
Yeah, you and I both. Snake
for their fucking sports teams. I love Philly.
I know. So Philly is actually a great time. You've been to Philly a bunch. You've got good friends that live in Philly. Let's do this. Actually, let's take a pause from New York City. I am curious in general. I like to talk about the Northeast and like where like the most desirable destinations, and especially as like a sports fan. I think the Northeast is like, it's got some good stuff, but it's also kind of lacking at the same time. It's a really interesting conundrum that I think the Northeast has, but it would be awesome if there were like high speed trains and you could just get to Boston in like an hour. Like that would kick ass, or DC. But yeah, you've got, correct me if I'm wrong here, you've got DC, you've got Philly, you've got New York City, and you've got Boston, right? Like those are your four.
I wouldn't put Baltimore in there.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully Goots, our part-time producer that's here, isn't hearing that. But I probably wouldn't either, but I have not been to Baltimore, so I can't knock it until I try it.
Philly's way better.
So if you're visiting, if you're like, hey, let's say you go back in time, you're not married, you're 20-year-old Greg, you got no responsibilities, you've probably even done this before. So you get a group of guys together and it's like, hey, let's go to a city for a weekend. Let's go to a baseball game, blah, 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 whatever. Where would you rank Philly, New York, Boston, DC? Like the Northeast city, what's the power rankings of like the best one to go to for the weekend? I think it's not a hot take, but I don't think New York is the best for these things because it's just such a bitch logistically. But I'm curious to hear your thought because I'm not just going to shit on New York. Obviously, it's a great time if you're coming with some friends. It's a great time.
I think New York's number one because you can do whatever you want. I think Philly is as good of a boys' weekend as anywhere, but I think New York has that plus whatever else you want.
So I don't totally disagree with you. I would ask you this though.
I would put Philly higher than that for a boys' trip because to me, Philly is more dirt bags and Boston's more nerds and DC's more politics, right? So I think New York has all four of those that you can kind of whatever if you want to dabble out of your typical wheelhouse. But for a boys' trip, I would put Philly 2.
My ranking would be this. I would go Philly 1. I would go Boston 2. I love Boston. It's funny how you said DC's got the politics, Philly's got the dirt bags, and Boston has the nerds, and New York has all of them. That's actually so fucking spot on. I would go Philly 1. I'd go Boston 2. I think Boston's bar scene is awesome. And I think too, like if you're just walking around with friends, like going and finding a sports bar and just stumbling into one is easier to do than New York City. I'm not saying they don't exist.
That's true.
So I'd go Philly 1, Boston 2, New York 3, DC 4. I like DC. So that's not a slight. I was just there. We went to the Final Four. But it's definitely has like its things that it's really spread out, you know, like it's not as walkable as you might think it is, but you also, depending on how far you want to go and how much time you got, like you could go anywhere you want within 45 minutes and have a good time. And it's also like different pockets and areas. It's kind of like New York, which I really like. So you would go New York City 1, then you would go Philly 2, Boston 3, DC 4
for a guy's trip. If you're going somewhere with a wife or a girlfriend, I would put Boston 2.
That makes sense because my wife fucking loves Boston.
Yeah, it's just cleaner. It's more quaint. It's more romantic. There's nothing romantic about Philly.
No, there's not. That is a very, very good point. My wife likes Philly, but it's not the most romantic place to go. That is for damn sure.
Philly's a cigarette, Boston's a cigar.
Ooh, damn. You're doing a pretty good job right now with these. Real quick, we got a raid from W Rude Bets. Hello, Rude Bets. Thank you for the raid. Everybody that just came over to the Book It Sports Twitch channel, I just want you to know that we're having a very loose, light Friday show today. We've got Greg Go Dino up here shooting the shit, and there's not a whole lot going on. We'll talk some sports towards the end of it, but we've got I've got 2 hours to go at least. Greg's joining on a corp day. We're talking about the bar scenes in the Northeast, essentially, and where you go for a guy's trip or a ladies' trip, whatever. Whoa, hold on. Philly is the closest to Paris we have over here. That is fucking hilarious. Montreal is definitely the closest thing to Paris. That's only six hours away. So, okay, let's go back to New York for a second. Hey, Greg, coming to New York, a group of guys. We're going to a Yankees game. Where do you think we should stay? And if we're going out for beers, where do you think we should go? It's hard.
Dude, I'm such a I would still say Friday because especially if you're going to the Yankee game, you want to be near the is it the 4 or the 5?
4 or 5.
They're the same thing. But
so you want to be on the east side.
Yeah, to get from Times Square to the 4 or 5, you got to walk across the entire length of Manhattan to get over there, which you're typically running around anywhere, whatever. You can plan grabbing a beer somewhere in that area. But that is too, like, dude, logistically getting to a Yankee game from anywhere in the city is ridiculously convenient. Via subway. Yeah.
Correct. It's people don't like taking the trains because you hear some horror stories. And if you watch the news, you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to go down there. I mean, listen, like, yeah, there's going to be some characters. There's going to be some wackos, but I've said it all the time. I'm getting a little low. Like the first couple of years, I loved riding the train. Like, honestly, my wife would make her uncomfortable how much fun I enjoyed it. She's like, please stop. Like, nobody in New York, like, really is like happy on the train. Can you just stop? Like, being out.
My 2-year-old is. She loves it.
Yeah.
She's like you when you moved here.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I'd be on the train. I'd be stuck underground, like fucking like this for 30 minutes, playing 2048, 2 dots, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And I just wouldn't even care. Now I'm like, oh God. If I walk down to the subway platform and it's like even half crowded, I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to take dude, I'm just so over it. I'm getting so old and cranky. I hate it, Greg. I really wish I wasn't this way. But at the same time, I will never totally shit on the subway because the way how easy it is and how brilliant it was designed to navigate through the city is amazing. I wish there was maybe like a one more like G-ish type going through Brooklyn,
Yeah.
That would be cool. But in Manhattan, it's absolutely amazing. And I told you, I was like, hey, nobody talks about the S. Going crosstown sucks. I used to give the S the respect it deserves.
It's a Q train. It's a Q train.
Well, it's just great. You go from fucking Grand Central to Times Square like in 20 seconds.
It just goes back and forth. Yeah. So there's never really delays because it's just 2 or 3 stops.
Need more S's. But now the 7 is a lot better. So that goes all the way over from fucking Queens down to the west side and whatnot. So you don't just need to rely on that. So, but anyways, you go to a Yankees game, you're going to stay on the east side. All right, Greg, we want to go out. We want to get some food. We want to have some drinks. We want to have a weekend in the city. Like, what do you recommend?
Yeah, dude. So I think if you're doing a guy's trip, you got to do a steakhouse. And with that, if you're coming from another city, or really if you're coming from anywhere, most of the time with a guy's trip, like Del Frisco's, Quality Meats, Maestro's, they're nicer steakhouses. Like, you may not have something that good, but you probably have something close. And I don't think that's what you want to do on a boys trip. I always recommend Delmonico's or Keen's, because Delmonico's was literally the first restaurant in the United States. Any fucking thing you can think of, they were the first ones to do it. First ones with menus, first one to allow women into the restaurant. Like, they are just as old as you can be. So I think there's something really nice to the classic side of it. And I think Keen's is probably the best, and Delmonico's is the second, if you're looking at that. Also, Keen's just the mutton, dude. That's just a bit of a game changer just to get that for the table.
Yes,
I know it's going to sound ridiculous, and people always give a shit, but it's generally nice to get a bunch of different cuts and have a mutton for the table.
Couldn't agree more. You do a good job at the steakhouse. People ask me about Peter Luger, and I hate to be that guy, because it's like, oh, dude, you don't like anything. I find Peter Luger's to be a little overrated. I think you might agree with me more than you disagree with me.
I do, because I didn't mention it in all the other ones. It's
Yeah.
a little bit inconvenient in that you have to go to Brooklyn, especially if you're trying to do a Yankee game or stay in the city. The other thing, dude, the cash only it's not convenient.
No, it's not. But I think you go there for the experience. It's like just old school, no music, no frills. The waiters aren't very friendly, which is cool. I'm down for that shit. I just think like the steak is my complaint, if I'm nitpicking, is it doesn't have a good enough like sear to it. The basting and the butteriness and everything like that is amazing. Now we went for your groomsmen lunch, and
Yeah, we did, but we did lunch.
Oh, dude, it rocked. And I've told people this. I don't know if I even told you, but we were getting burgers and going around the room. I think, it was like, oh, I'll do the hamburger. I'll do the hamburger. I don't eat hamburgers. I eat cheeseburgers. Okay. I'm a cheeseburger guy.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand in my entire life how many times I have eaten a burger with no cheese.
No cheese.
I never do it. And so everybody's ordering a hamburger, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll take the hamburger. But like, I'm just thinking like, surely it's coming with cheese. The hamburger comes out with a bun and a fucking patty.
Onion.
And an onion. Yeah, right. An onion. Like, that's it. I'm like, whoa. I can't be the guy that asks for cheese. I just can't.
You bring your own cheese.
So here I am. I'm eating a hamburger for the first time since I was fucking 10 years old. Dude, it was awesome.
That's what the Red Hook Tavern, which if you're going for a burger, Red Hook Tavern is where it's at.
Well, yeah, Red Hook Tavern lives up to the hype. That's another one you and I went to kind of before. I remember the New York Times was there taking pictures of the food when we went there one time. Maybe like one of the first times ever. You put me onto that because you know that.
Yeah, dude, it's the first restaurant. I think I went there back-to-back nights because for whatever reason my wife was on it, and we went there right when they first opened. I went back the next night. It was just like, this is fucking good. I got to have it again. But that was before they were crazy. But now they just opened another little tavern that seems like it's a bar, snacks, and drink cocktails that's going to open right next to Red Hook Tavern. It's the same ownership group because I think Red Hook Tavern just has so much spillover. And there's supposed to be a banging Cambodian restaurant that opens in that area. So that area is about to change a lot.
Love it.
Like, that's what you see in a neighborhood here where something just comes in and it's a staple and it brings people there. And then everybody else is like, oh, we should open there because this one place is a staple that people make the trip for. Yep. And then they're going to need other shit to do.
Well, everybody's always looking at you being in like the real estate world. Everybody's always looking for a like value or like, hey, anytime you buy something for the most part, well, this is how people's mentality is like, oh, I'm going to buy a house. Not really in the New York City area, but like people want to buy a house. They think, okay, if I buy this house for 300, I'm going to sell it for a profit, right? Like everybody just thinks if you buy a house, you're going to sell it for a profit. It's not that easy, especially in New York City. They kick your ass on the way in, they kick your ass on the way out. And a lot of people move around. So if you're not holding this thing for 3 to 5 years, you're probably not going to make a profit. You're going to break even at best. Now, Long Island City, because it wasn't as hot in like 2010, or maybe actually a little earlier, like 2007, 2008. I mean, the market crashed everywhere. But even after that, the 7 train sucked. Well, they redid all the signals. It was a bitch for a year and a half. But now it's great. It's booming. Long Island City is booming in general. But there were places you would buy for $700,000 that you fast forward a few years later, you're doubling essentially what it was. Like that's really hard to find. People want that. It's hard to find. Red Hook is interesting because it's a neighborhood where nobody really wants to go to because it's hard to get there. But in a way, if you want value, you need something to deter people. And that's like the thing. So Red Hook in a way, like it's one of those like that's a long-term play. Ridgewood, you ever been to Rolo's?
Yes. We went there before a Mets game. So
that place is impossible to go to now. And I think they like run out of burgers or something, or they run out of something, which is kind of annoying. But the chef that was on Bear, I forget his name.
Carmy?
He was on, the guy from Shameless.
Carmy? That's his name in the Bear.
What's his name in real life?
He's got 3 names. What is it? It's like, I should know this.
Taylor Horton Tucker?
No. Like Josh Gordon-Levitt, but something.
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah, that's good. Jeremy something Allen. Yeah. Jeremy Allen White. There you go. The chat knows ball.
Yeah.
He was on a late night show and they were like, oh, so what are your favorite restaurants? And he's like, oh, Rolo's in Ridgewood. Of course. Overnight. Place is blowing up. But okay, so hold on. So this is good. We're making progress in terms of like.
I told you the bakery thing in my neighborhood, Caputo's.
No,
it's a 125-year-old bakery, and they shut down at the end of April, and it looks like a funeral out front.
Oh yeah, yeah. Send me a picture.
People are leaving flowers. It's actually super sad, dude. You start to realize how much some of these places do. Court Street Grocer, which is a super trendy sandwich spot, they were buying 12,000 loaves of bread a week, because they got all their bread from Caputo. So now they're fucked. Like you talk to other neighborhood people, and it's like, that's where we got our bread. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how this place went out of business if they were cranking out that much bread to all the other businesses in the area. But
well, it's got to be something with the owner and the landlord.
Well, it went out of business because it's 5th generation. And the guy's kids didn't want it. So he was just like, I'm done.
Oh,
he's old. He's old. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
There's a really interesting backstory to Cat's Deli.
Do tell.
Well, I don't know all the details, but I know a little bit of it. And it has to do with like a husband and wife. And the relationship got really nasty. And I think there was like a lawsuit involved, and they were suing each other like over the business. Hold on, Cat's Deli owners,
dude. So that happened to you look this up. I'll tell the story. That happened to a contractor I used to work with in New York. So because New York is New York, they have. If you run into MWBE,
no,
like if you're doing a big construction project, a portion of the work has to be done by a business that is owned by MWBE. So minority women business owner, something. That's what it stands for. So this one contractor essentially put his business in his wife's name so that he could basically have a leg up on a lot of these bids. But then his wife, and this is people in like their 50s, his wife got addicted to like heroin and fucked up the whole company bad. And there was nothing he could do because he signed everything over to be in her name so that he could have an edge on MWBE stuff. It was kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
He had to go through like years of lawsuits to get it figured out.
What's up with the Lucali guys?
What do you mean?
The mafia ties?
I mean, he either stabbed or got stabbed by a guy out front of it in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Like if that doesn't add authenticity to the restaurant, I don't know what does. But
I can't find the Cat's Deli story. I'm gonna have to search for it a little bit harder.
Yeah, I mean the Lucali guy, he grew up around the corner from it, where we used to live. His mom's house was 2 doors down, but it was the candy shop he went to as a kid, and basically bought it out and made pizza.
Damn, that's.
But talking to people in the neighborhood too, he didn't know shit about pizza. He just used his grandmother's recipe and taught the chefs how to do it. Because they'd always be like, you talk to old guys in our neighborhood, and they'd be like, "God, Mark doesn't know shit about pizza. I don't know how he's doing it." It's like, dude, it's fucking David Beckham's there every month. Like he's doing something right.
Speaking of lawsuits, I think David Beckham. You hear the drama with David Beckham and his son? The son and apparently like the son's wife. They don't like. She doesn't like the parents. And
really?
So, yeah. So like the son is like not speaking to the parents. So there's some drama. There's some beef with the Beckhams, which sucks because he seems like the man.
He does.
And you've eaten pizza with him in real life. Anyways, real quick, Cubbies with a sub bang. I will with a sub bang. Line Slayer with a new follow. Formel Vibes with a new follow. Okay, now here's another thing I want to talk to you about. And then we'll slowly start to get into some of the games tonight. I think it might have been the mom specifically, but yes. Oh, you're right. What's her name? Posh Spice.
Victoria
Beckham. Duh. What's her name? Posh. Yeah. All right. Last thing I want to talk to you about with pizza. This is good stuff because I am going to put a little thing together with this, and I'm going to have to bounce some things off of you as I do it for some feedback. But
I get a new pizza place. Let me look.
Well, that's where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about pizza in a second. But hold on. I'm going to get eyes on Monkey Bar. When it comes to sports bars, I really don't think there's anything that good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go see what comes up in the searches and see if anything comes through. Smithfield Hall is probably the best go-to. We watched the World Cup there.
We got to figure out something for World Cup games.
Yeah. Probably go back there. That's what
it's
going to
be. Actually, it's going to suck with all the people in town.
Oh, actually, I already told my wife. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna do a little research and see when the like bulk of games are in New York. And we got to get the fuck out of here. It's going to be a nightmare." I remember even when there's like a UN meeting, and I tell myself like, oh, you know, I'll the fucking I mean, the trains are packed or whatever, but like city biking, you can't even city bike. The traffic is so crazy. The bike lanes are like are there's overflow into the bike lanes. You have to get off the bike and walk it on the sidewalk. The World Cup is going to be an absolute nightmare here. And you know what I heard? I saw somebody tweet this the other day. If the Knicks make the finals, well, the Long Island Railroad is probably going to go on. They're going on strike. They're setting up a walkout tomorrow if they don't come to a deal. There was a track fire yesterday. It's just an absolute nightmare. Also, did you see a piece of the George Washington Bridge fell off?
No.
Yeah, this place is falling apart. But anyways, it's old. It's old. Game 6 of the NBA Finals, they're saying the Knicks would host. That would be the same day as a World Cup final. I believe I have this right.
Not final. No.
Sorry. It would be a group stage final or some shit like that. And the trains would be set up to only go one way. They wouldn't be going out to get people like to and from MetLife to avoid crazy delays. So what they're saying is it would be an absolute nightmare for the people who are commuting in to go to the Knicks game. The Jersey Transit, sorry, not Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
So anyways,
I mean, the Knicks are very likely going to be in the finals.
Yeah, sounds like country can't afford the Knicks finals. Cav win the East. Very funny, Ben Draper. I like that. Knicks won't be in the finals. We'll see about that. All right, pizza. When people talk about pizza in New York, everybody talks about whatchamacallit. The place that Portnoy gave the number one. John's on Bleecker. Yeah, sorry.
Very good. Very good.
Now there's this other kid who's very popular. The Yes Chef kid. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know how I feel about this kid. Like, he's definitely like, you could see where he would be easy to not hate. Hate's a strong word, but it's like,
he needs to be flushed in the toilet.
Yeah, but like I also could see a side of him where maybe he's not a douchebag, and a
bit of it's an act.
Yeah, but like,
I respect his opinion.
Agreed. And it like what he does, it's just hard not to be douchey when you're like doing food reviews, in my opinion. I don't not like the guy. I don't know that I'm like his biggest fan, but anyways, he went to a place that blew up. It's called Ceres.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It looks amazing.
I haven't gone there yet.
And it's like thin crust. It looks so good. Like that pizza's kind of right up my alley. I like the like the floppy whatever, the classic New York slice, but I like the thin kind as well. There is a place that people always talk about, and people in the chat have asked me because it's in Brooklyn. I think this place is a little overrated, but I haven't been in a couple years, and I think I need to go back and give it another try. Le Industry.
Le Industry is very good, dude.
Okay, so then maybe I'm way off here. Maybe I'm way off. But
it's very good.
Okay, when I had Lynn Industry Pizza, it did not blow my socks off, but I got to try it again. Yeah, but I probably had this like maybe before COVID. It's been a long time since I've been like 18, 19. So, or maybe right after. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'll go give it another shot. What are some? Lucali's a great pizza place. You live by some great pizza, but
dude, I told you we just got a Prince Street pizza. I went there yesterday to check it out.
You did, but you know what my problem is? Prince Street used to be my favorite in like 2014, 15. That's where we would go after the nights of the bars. And of course, there wouldn't be that big of a line. The line gets longer and longer and longer. I thought Prince Street kind of went downhill, but I did. I did.
The one here, I mean, they definitely, it's funny because I used to go to their main one in Soho, and it just used to be a pepperoni square. But you can tell they're riding that wave of the Instagram influencers, where now it's like Prince Street Spicy Square or something. Like they all have trendier names. I'm like, it's just a fucking pepperoni square, but they're pepperoni square, dude. In the one here, it's probably the same chefs. They're probably the exact same stuff. It was very good, which is fantastic for me because it hasn't been discovered yet. It's their new location. The food's just as good, but there's no line that you have to deal with. I remember. Do you remember? Have you ever heard of Gant?
Why does that sound so familiar?
It's like a men's clothing store, but they used to have a spot right next to Prince Street Pizza, and they shut down. But I was talking to one of the guys in there, and he was like, "We basically shut down because we would just get these people coming in here while they were waiting in line at Prince Street Pizza, touching shit with greasy hands.
Oh my!
And we just like it's just not worth it anymore."
That is pretty funny. I remember Prince Street Pizza Probably the first like good square pizza I had in New York, but the thing I remember the most was the pepperonis.
Yeah,
The pepperonis were like roasted
They're little
to
cups.
perfection, exactly, and they were just little, like they would bend, and they were like little bowls with grease in them. And I mean, there was just no better late night pizza.
Dude, I had it yesterday for lunch. It's so good.
Wow, you're a pizza for lunch guy?
Well, they just opened. You got to go support the new business.
No, 100%. Got to go support the new business.
And I just wanted to see if it was same ballpark as the other one, which it does.
So I can't do pizza for lunch. I immediately want to take a nap. I think that might be a hot take, but I can't, because if I have pizza, I can't have one slice. I gotta have two.
I do one slice. You got to do one slice.
That's why you
can't do it. I know.
That's why you're not 30 pounds overweight. So if I do one slice
for lunch, because otherwise you're done, especially a square.
Do you do a Diet Coke?
No, bro, I haven't had a Diet Coke in 20 years. Soda's so bad for
God,
me. Don't get me
so
started.
fucking annoying how pure you are.
I just get, it's just terrible. I'm not gonna have a soda.
I know. Do you think, let me at least ask you this. Do you think that if you're gonna have soda, is it better to just have the soda with the sugar in it, or better to have the diet that's got no sugar, but it's got the aspartame and the chemicals? Well, you don't have to go down a deep dive here, but come on. Gun to your head, GTA.
Is it better to get kicked in the left nut or the right nut? It's all the same.
It is. I get it. It is. But come on, like, Greg, you got to drink a soda. You're going to have a regular Sprite?
I'd probably just go for like a Marlboro Red or a Coke Red. Like, that's where I would stick.
What is a Coke Red?
Like the normal red can of Coke. They got all kinds of different shit now. Like, it's silver, it's green, it's
not
gold.
A soda drinker.
Yeah.
But you're just having a regular Coca-Cola.
Coke Red.
Just stop calling it a Coke Red.
I know what you mean, but that's probably how I would refer to it.
Okay. Are you if you had to go fountain, plastic bottle, or can?
Glass bottle.
Oh, glass bottle. Okay, that's a ball.
I go classic.
That's a ball knower. Okay, hold on. So what's your sneaky pizza place?
So this isn't sneaky at all. It's just a new spot that opened. But it's called Pizza Studio Tamaki.
Oh, geez.
I guess they're pretty popular in Tokyo, but one just opened on St. Mark's Place. So that's absolutely on my radar. And as much as I'm tapped out on the typical restaurant scene, I'm pretty tapped into pizza because I'm running around the city on a normal work day.
Right.
And I'll have my spots that I can sneak to for lunch. So that's definitely on my radar. But dude, I mean, F&F by me is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a slice shop with the clam.
Yeah, the clam pie, the brown butter and sage.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg likes Korean food. Greg and I went to a fucking Greg's a good food guy. And steak is too, for what it's worth. He's an adventurous eater, which is great. But God, we went to that one place that was awesome. Your friend had in the East Village, Van Da. Remember?
Oh, they're the people that catered my wedding.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got a question for you. Okay, so you gave me the pizza place, which is interesting. It's not what I expected. Your pull. I just remembered something. Well, we don't have to go back to talking about burgers. And I have to take a piss break in a second. There is a place I've been seeing all over social media now, and the Yes Chef guy, I just started following him on Twitter, and he's been tweeting about shit too. I think he did a review, or like some people have been posting about this place. I've never heard of it. It literally is like an overnight sensation. And I'm looking at it on Google. It's got 3,000 reviews. So maybe it's been there for a long time and I just don't know ball. I am that out of it. Hamburger America.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. How new are we talking here? A year?
I would say maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. All right.
I think it's supposed to be your classic American hamburger joint on the side of a road stand. Like, that's the aesthetic they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the smash burger game it's gone insane the last couple of years.
Yep. It looks really good. I hate the name Hamburger America. But it's fine. I'll look past the name because the burger looks fantastic. All right, Greg, by the way, do you I think that's really mostly what
they're popping up everywhere too, but 7th Street is great. Have you done 7th Street Burger?
7th Street Burger? Oh my God. It's probably my favorite.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah. They're I would say when it comes to burgers, like not like, your restaurant burger, like just your grab and go, they have lapped Shake Shack. In my
Yeah.
opinion. They're the best grab and go burger I think that you can get. And I don't know if they're outside of the city. They might. I don't know how. Like
There's one in Brooklyn. There's one in downtown Brooklyn.
No. I'm talking about like New York City, all the boroughs.
Oh, if they're I don't know.
Smash burgers, fuck. That is true. That's a really, really good point. I got to take a piss. Do you have anyone in golf or no?
I don't have anybody worth a shit. I got Fitzpatrick. I got JJ Spawn. He battled back yesterday.
Oh,
you guys talked me on to Bryson, assholes. It's my own fault. I punched the button, but I believed.
No, I'm a little bit to blame. I'm looking at the leaderboard right now. It looks like who do we got? Oh, Hideki is 2 under. That's great. I asked BK if I should bet Hideki. He said Hideki's lost. Kitayama's 2 under today. Spieth is even through 8. Trying to see how tough.
No one's running away with it, which is promising. You know who I might take live is Shoffley.
I don't hate that, Greg. I don't hate that. Morikawa was 2 over today. Hold on 1 second. Corey Connors is 3 over. I'm just trying to Bobby Mack is dead. Okay, Bobby Mack is dead. Matt Fitzpatrick is dead.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Do you have him?
Yeah, I do. What did he do today?
Oh, Spawn's dead. He's 4.
Man.
He's 4 over. I had him to make the cut in a parlay. I was getting excited for a second. Fitzpatrick was even. He's 3 over through 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Shoffley live, even though it's got to be Scotty.
Well, Scotty's not doing very well today. Homa's 4 over. Fuck! I was gonna fucking fade Homa and I didn't. Damn it! I talked to BK's buddy Kyle about fading him on the Pickett show, and I didn't fucking fade him. He stood no chance at a golf course like this in Philadelphia. No chance. Bryson's even today. No, I'm sorry, that's not Bryson. Hold on, I'm trying to see where's Fleetwood. There he is. Fleetwood's 3 over. Okay, I got no Fleetwood FOMO. I almost took him. Sung Jae's 1 over. Rory hasn't teed off today. So I mean, who do we have that's like? I know you said. I'm sorry. Who did you say that you wanted to take? You want to take Shoffley?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a guy. I took any live golfer. Patrick Reed was in first place, but he fell off a little bit. I think he was 4 under. Now he's 2 under.
Well, I got Goddard up. He's having a good day.
Yeah. Goddard's playing well, which is crazy because this course is playing so hard today. But Scheffler 3 over today is mind blowing. I'm sure. I know. I have so I have Joaquin Niemann's up there. That's good. I got Koepka. That should be a guy that you jump on. Are you on Koepka?
No.
You're not on Koepka. All right. Patrick Reed, Kitayama, Hideki can't take it to me. I would say
I do have Minwoo FOMO, but I think he falls off the rails either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, we need Alex Smalley to go away. That guy's a fucking loser.
It's Friday afternoon. We're fine.
No, I know. But
if I had anybody in the race, I'd feel okay.
What do you think about Rahm 12-1? Shoffley's 9-1 on the green book. He's got the second best odds right now. I don't know if Scheffler is still plus 350. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because the leader's he's only 3 back of the leader, so it's not that crazy.
This is true. Wind is howling. So many people are going to shoot bad. What is the cut will be +3? Thank you. Fitz just birdies 2 over. Thank you. What is any model weather models out there telling us what's going to happen later? Is the wind going to die down? Is it going to play easier? Do some of these guys teeing off later have any sort of advantage or not really? I'd be curious to know because Rahm not teeing off yet. None of my live guys teeing off yet. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Typically, as the day goes on, the wind picks up for a little bit, but you never know. All right. We've got Greg. Do you got to dip out, by the way? Because I'm going to probably talk
11:30.
11:30. All right. I'm going to talk between the sports. We've got NBA.
No hockey tonight.
No, actually, we've only got NBA and then we've got baseball. So how about we talk a little bit about these NBA games, what we like, and then you can dip out and then I'll finish it up with baseball. How does that sound?
Perfect.
I'm going to take a quick piss. If you got to take one, I would suggest doing it now. We'll be back right after these words. Check 1, 2, and we're back. Here we go. Greg, how's your mic?
I just plugged it in when we were on break.
Nice. Okay. All right, guys. Pistons, Cavs. Cavs are -3.5. Well, actually, I guess that's depending on where you look. Pickett's showing me -3.5 is -117, but then you can get the Pistons +4.5 -110. Make sure to download Pickett, shop around, line shopping made easy, carpal tunnel free. The Pistons choked away the game. Did they choke away the series in game 5 back home? Now they're in Cleveland for game 6, closeout game for the Cavaliers. Listen, I'll tell you one thing. Greg, you may or may not already know this, but I'm invested in the Cavs. I took the Cavs.
You are?
I am. Yep. I don't know, maybe I don't know when the trade deadline was, but like shortly after that, I bought into the Cavs to win the East +340.
You didn't buy him because I got Harden.
I liked it. Yeah, I did. I know. Well, to be fair, it's not the only reason. I liked the makeup of this Cavs team.
Yeah.
I like that they have knocked on the door. Like, I like teams that have knocked on the door. The Cavs have gotten to the playoffs. They've gotten to the playoffs. It's like the window's going to shut, you know? Like, eventually, just like the Sixers. Like, if you're not going to get there, it's going to shut. This all isn't going to work. I like Jared Allen, even though he's a big softy. But I like him. You know, I like some of the guys that were coming off the bench too. But yeah, I thought Harden coming into this role where Donovan Mitchell's a scorer, you got some size, you got rebounding, he can lob it up to these dudes. I thought like maybe he would just go in there. He wouldn't feel a whole lot of pressure. It's not a big market. Well, I'm sorry. Cleveland's a big market, but it's not like you're not a desperate market. The Cleveland is not a desperate market. And it's also not a very sceney market. You know, it's not like there's not like distractions. So it's like Harden goes here and maybe it's actually going to really work out. So I bought into them, but I have not enjoyed it. I've enjoyed nothing about watching the Detroit Pistons play basketball, truthfully. I'm sorry. The Cleveland Cavs play basketball. I just have not. So part of me like has wanted, I like Detroit. I like the Pistons, I like the team. I haven't really minded if I lose this bet because it's like, you know what? Detroit and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals would be awesome if the Pistons are the better team. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, fuck the Pistons. The Pistons this series could already be over with how they've been shitting down their fucking leg. You know what I mean? So whatever. Now I'm back in on the Cavs. Like, give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, get in the Eastern Conference Finals, muck it up with the Knicks. +340, nothing spectacular.
To win the East?
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably like +310 to win the fucking East now. Who knows? Actually, I would be curious if anybody's got a book up. Let me know what the Cavs are to win the East. Maybe they're a little bit better than that WCLV. But I don't know. I mean, they got it. They got to win tonight. They can't go back to Detroit and win a game 7. They can't. So Yelad says it's the Pistons. Steak would have a winner in these games. Oh, get out of here. Steaks bet the Pistons every game. Bet the Pistons every game. Pistons and the under are both of those. But I love Steak, though. Love Steak. Steak knows more ball, that's for sure. But Cavalanche coming. Wow. Cavs are free. Yeah, no, that's a jinx attempt. Total in this one's probably around 210, 211. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm very interested in watching this game clearly. So I'm gonna find a spot for it, not hoops, but I'll find a spot for it and do a little sports bar review, maybe in the city when I'm done moseying around over there. But I'm gonna go into tonight being a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, strictly because I've got money on them. That is strictly it. So I hope it's there. I hope it's them. I hope they win. How do I see this game going? I mean, you're gonna get a very good effort from the Pistons. All right, the Pistons have been down 3-1 in the series before this with the Magic. They came back and started to play their best basketball. Cade showed up with 39 points last game. He's gonna probably show up again, but I don't know. I don't think you're gonna get another performance from Karis LeVert. Who's gonna be the guy that steps up? Duren's doing nothing. Is it gonna be Tobias Harris? Maybe.
Duren's been so bad.
He's been doing nothing. Paul Reed has been outplaying him. So I don't know what you do in this game. Truthfully, I think it probably is the Pistons with the points if I had to bet on it. Not going to. I'm already invested. Cash it. But on the Cavs side, Strus can be a guy. Strus is a guy.
Strus is a guy, dude.
Dude, he's a guy. The Cavs go as he goes, I think. I mean, Donovan Mitchell did not follow up his 43-point performance playing very well, but he did show up in overtime when it mattered most. Harden carried the load with 30 points in the last game. And I mean, I think that I would go back if I had to go do anything. I would bet on Donovan Mitchell to have another big game, 30+ point game, whatever. One of the big guys going to show up and play well. Sure, Mobley or Allen, pick your poison. Always kind of think Mobley's the better bet, even though I'm somewhat of a Jared Allen guy. But I might just say fuck it and go with Strus again. Strus, couple threes, 9-10 points. Why not? Who says no?
It looks like Duncan Robinson is questionable.
He's a big, sounds silly, but yeah, I mean, like, you need a guy that can hit a couple threes a game. Those points are massive. Every point matters. So, especially in a game where someone said it, he thinks the total seems low. Not really. No, not really. I think that this Spain, what about the under? I hate the Pistons offense. Yeah, sure. I think the under is a fine play. Maybe a little first quarter under, now that we're in an elimination game. Nerves, rattled, shook, slow. So,
you know what? I don't hate that. I was just trying to figure out what the odds are.
What?
A Sir Thompson double-double.
You think he could be the guy that steps up? I mean, they need somebody.
Yeah.
It can't just be Cade. I don't hate that, actually, Greg. I can find it here on Pickett. 7-1.
Yeah, it's 650 on FanDuel. Yeah.
All right. I don't hate it.
I'm looking. His averages are close. He's averaging like 8 and 8 a game. So I think those are pretty good odds, or maybe I'm just falling for a trap, but I think those are pretty good odds for what he's done so far.
God, you imagine you come up here and give a fucking plus 650 winner,
and then he has 2 points and 0 rebounds.
Dennis Jenkins was at Ion in 2020. I think it's possible if you believe. Yeah, he's been a fun player. I like him. Let me go look at Sir Thompson real quick. What did he do last game? God, he played 40 minutes.
You don't put it up on the big board? That's what I mean. He's getting the time. This is a Corn play. He's getting the time. Corn would just look at guys' snaps, like Dotson.
Mm-hmm. So when the Cavs, when the Pistons played in Cleveland, they're still scoring over 100 points. 109 and 103.
I just hate taking unders in playoff games.
No, I'm totally with you. Let's see how Sir Thompson played the last game in Cleveland. He was, he only played 18 minutes. Why did he only play 18 minutes? He was terrible. He was the worst player on the floor in game 4.
Bounce back.
I mean, I'm still kind of with you. Let's see.
It just moved. He just dropped to 6-1. Which one of you fucks is beating me to it?
I'm telling you, it happens all the fucking time. I'm telling you. Whales are watching. They're always watching. These fuck faces. Moving the lines. Probably fucking cornfields. Look at that fucking. Now he's giggling. This little fucking condo in Nashville. Yeah, it must be nice. All right, hold on. I'm in game 3 right now. Thompson. He played 30 points, 4 for 10, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, okay. I mean, the odds are what they are for a reason. He's probably not going to get it, but I don't hate it.
And look, let me be clear. I love taking unders during the regular season. It's just when it gets to playoffs, especially in an elimination game.
Yeah. All right.
Like, how many times are the Pistons going to foul if they're down 10?
No, you're right.
It's going to be more than a typical game.
Let's go to I'll pull up Pickett. Let's go to the next one. I think the right bet is taking the Pistons. I'm rooting for the Cavs fan tonight. But I don't hate that. I don't hate a little long shot on that. I don't know who my guy would be on Detroit. I'd probably just say fuck it and go with Strus. Don't overthink it. Here is the Spurs and the Timberwolves. We've got another closeout game here. Spurs are up 3-2. These are the splits. You've got the Timberwolves. Sorry, I didn't reference the spread. Looking like they're about a 5-point underdog at home. Total 219-ish. Wow, the most popular point prop is Julius Randle. That is insane.
Damn.
No way. No fucking way would I do that. Yep, most popular. Over 16.5 points. Wow. Plus EV motherfuckers are loving him. Interesting. Okay. Dylan Harper played really well. I saw PFT commented, why doesn't Dylan Harper play the whole game? He's been a dog. Anthony Edwards rebounds. Keldon Johnson under rebounds. Interesting. Yeah. I think the Wolves can win this game.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean,
You
here's
don't-
where it's
you
tricky
don't.
though. Like you're getting to game 7, but which one is it? And I'm leaning Pistons.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The more likely of the two underdogs to win today, I think, would be the Pistons, which is funny because I know they're the shorter spread, but they're the road team. I just don't want to believe that because of my future bet. But you do have to remember something about the Wolves. They are dogs.
They got heart. Yeah.
They got heart.
Anthony Edwards is awesome.
He's awesome. Is he hurt? Probably.
Oh, bad for sure.
I would. Who would be the guy on the Wolves?
Randall.
No, fuck. I can't, dude. I can't. No way. So at home, they got their ass kicked in game 3, 115. No, I'm sorry. They didn't get their ass kicked. They lost 115 to 108. Then they lost 114, 109. Or then they won 114, 109. I can't speak correctly. Coming off a 30-point loss in game 5. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. In their win at home, Edwards had 36. AO had 10. He didn't play all that great. McDaniels had 14. Julius Randle was 5 for 12. He had 12 points. Gobert had 13 rebounds, 11 points. Naz Reid, 15 points. What's Naz Reid?
Naz Reid's a fun guy.
Naz Reid's a fun guy. Naz Reid, 12 and a half. Put it on my card.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Yep. I like the Wolves. I like Naz Reid. Hoping the Cavs win. I like Max Strus. I'm kind of with you on a Sir Thompson. Maybe I'll take his like PRA for a little fun bet. And that's it. Max Reid. What did I say? Max Reid? Sorry, Naz Reid and Max Strus. Rando. Greg.
Did you look at any NFL stuff yet with the schedule drop?
No, I didn't.
So it looks like we got to think Vegas early October.
Because that's when the Raiders aren't there?
Yeah, they're home the 18th and the 25th.
Okay.
So we could do early November too, but
could do early November. Yeah, I think the guys when I checked in with them said that they would prefer later October, end of October.
Yeah, but the last 2 weeks of October, the Raiders are there.
Yeah, we either just suck it up and we just don't go to the game and stay at the sports book, but we're going to pay a little more because it's going to attract away fans, or we look at early November.
November 1st isn't bad. That's technically late October because we'd fly in late October.
Yeah. I guess you're right. That's not a bad idea. They're not there November 1st?
No.
What do you think of these social media teams doing the videos?
Some of them are good. Some of Cheese was one of the worst things I've seen in my life.
Which one?
The sourdough bread.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know how, it's not creative. It's not funny. It's,
stupid.
Yeah, sourdough is not even associated with Kansas City. I just thought it was terrible all around.
Yeah, you know everything about sourdough.
The Titans is actually very good.
Titans was good. I thought the Rams was good just because
I like the Jets. It was soothing.
Okay, so yeah, I got some shit for that. Like,
well, it was fun. I don't know if you caught it, but if you looked at the colors, it almost made it like a game to me. Because by the time you saw 3 or 4, you could look at the colors, and the colors kind of gave you a little bit of a hint.
Yeah, but I have one problem. I have one problem. Let me show you what that problem is.
Very ASMR.
Oh, yeah. Love ASMR. All right, hold on. Okay. Titans. Yep.
So this is Packers, right? Do you get the cheese curd yellow?
Hold on. So here's my question. Is that the Packers color? Looks a little bit more orange than it should.
I don't know. Are you gonna split hairs over colors?
I might. I
would
might.
qualify that as Packers. I actually think this was perfect because they didn't try and do too much.
I thought that's just a little bit more orange.
Oh my God, dude. You're the color police now. It's fine.
I'm not saying it's not fine. I'm just saying that when I saw that orange, I didn't necessarily think Packers. And then the Packers logo came, and I was like, is that
your whole beef with it? You didn't think it was the exact
No. My whole beef with it had nothing to do with the Packers thing. I didn't even have a beef. I said, what the fuck did I just watch? I like quirky, weird shit. I really do, especially when it comes to like any type of film production. I can't tell you I watched it and I was like, wow, this is amazing. But listen, I came around. I give another chance. Sometimes you listen to songs.
I would say the Jets was the best one.
Oh, stop it.
What other? I mean, okay, the Titans. I would say
Titans was the best one.
Yeah.
Now
here's just great because you get so many people in Nashville that are tourists and don't know anything about football that are drunk, and it's perfect.
So, DJ,
it's the most authentic.
I've come around to it. It is soothing. It's fun. It's different. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater of what the Jets did. Did you see the Chargers Halo one?
No, it's just not my market.
Okay, all right. Listen, it's not really for me either. And I'm a Halo guy. Like when I was a fucking gamer, I loved Halo. It was a long time ago. But I retweeted it. I said dumb. And I got a lot of pushback. And people were like, one guy said, where was he?
The Bucs was pretty bad.
Oh, it's awful.
I didn't see the Steelers, but the Steelers don't typically do stuff like this. So I don't know if they even did anything.
So I watched it again, and I will say I realized there were some like hidden jokes with every team. Basically, the Chargers do a level, and it's like the Halo voice of like starting your level, but it's like week 18, blah 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 blah, and who they're playing. There's like a little joke with what's going on. I didn't understand a few of them, like the Ravens. I didn't really get. It was it was like pass a physical, and the trade got vetoed.
Crosby, yeah.
They played the Raiders, and it was like the away fans were in like a jail, and they all got released. So it's like kind of a knock on like Raiders fans. I think.
Yeah.
The one that was actually kind of funny. They did the Jets, and it was like mission get an interception. Because they didn't get an interception all last year. And then it showed their head coach and he was sleeping. And I don't know if you saw, but like Aaron Glenn would look like he was sleeping So then I realized, I was like, okay, I watched it again and I was like, all right, this is kind of fun.
If you pick up the little innuendos, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But at first, I was an almost 40-year-old man watching like Halo video game, like doing the schedule release. I'm like, it's a fucking 6-minute video. I'm like, this is stupid. But then when I got chirped, this is why I like getting chirped sometimes. It's like, all right, I'll go back. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because we need to look at that. We need to lock that in. So I think we'll do end of October, early November. We'll redo the bachelor party, Jeff Sunday bachelor party 2.0, old Unks do Vegas, and go from there. All right, Greg, I got to talk some baseball.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate you. Everybody give Greg a bunch of W's in the chat.
I fixed the microphone by the end. We did it.
You did a great job. Hope to see you on a little bit more. If you want to come on next week, steak is out. So let me know what works for you. It'd be great. Yeah, it's okay.
Next week might be tough.
That's okay. If you can't, you can't.
Just from an internet perspective, I'll be in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania.
Right. Okay, that will be tough. Well, safe travel.
I'll see. I'll check what the internet's like when I get out there.
Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for making the time.
I'll do it with a flamethrower. My cousin has a flamethrrower. It's fucking awesome.
Can you actually do that?
Yeah.
I don't ask for much, but can you do a video?
Yeah.
Hey, lads, give him a fucking W. Fuck face. Anyways. Oh, you muted. All right. Perfect time to go out. Thank you, Greg. Greg, as always. Great job filling in. Next week, I need a list of guests. All right. I need a list of guests. Hope you enjoyed the yappage that we did. Just some blabbering, just some dudes blabbering about the city, Oh, that would have been funny to title it, like Sex in the City, like dudes in the city or something. I think it's it definitely is something I forget where people come to this place and they like to know things about it. I'm sure not all of you were that interested, so that's totally fine. Yeah, Snowman is a guarantee. Snowman's getting on here. Snowman's going to be a big W. I can't wait to have Snowman on here. Let's see. I know who came on with steak. Oh, Jovan and Krabs did great. I could probably have Biev on, but God, Biev has just been on my last nerve lately. I don't know if I can have Biev. I might have a fucking aneurysm if I have Biev on. By the way, I know he's on Justin Thomas under strokes. I hope that he wins his bet. I don't want anybody to lose their bets, and I hope he wins. But hot dudes in the city. Yep. No, that's a good one. Yeah, please no beef. No, we're not getting Mikey on. That joke is so lame. Yeah. Drew's a good one. That's a great one. I'll think about it. If Biev could be less annoying, we'll have Biev come up for a little bit. We'll do unit class. Jeff tries. No, I'm not even going to try to teach him unit. The guy fucking with the $300 nukes and $500 mega maxes when he bets 250 a game. I can't do it anymore. I can't do the rage baiting. I can't do the nonsense. There's so many other things in my life that annoy me. I can't let these things annoy me. So I've just got to love Biev, but like I got to separate myself from that. I just can't. I can't care. I can't care about it anymore. I will Evan Easy with a sub, by the way, 13 minutes ago. Appreciate you. Yeah. You know what? Rav and Trent could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. Yeah. Bring new faces. Yeah, you're right. Let's get new faces. So we're going to have Drew come up. Maybe we're going to dabble with some new faces. I'm going to make some calls. I'll make a list. Maybe I'll do that when I'm having some beers later today. I'm going to go do a little happy hour. I'm just going to go have my fucking self a Friday. I'm going to have myself a Friday. Listen, you got to understand something. All right. Life, it goes by like this. All right. I'm not going to give you some fucking like serious talk about anything. I'm not Tony Robbins. Okay. I'm not Tony Robbins, but I'll tell you what, I thought my 20s were never going to end. They ended. Then you get your 32, your 33, you still think you're untouchable. Now at my age, you're 38. All right. Am I enjoying life? Yeah. But is life hard at the same time? Yes. It's very stressful. I've gotten to the point in life where it's like, look, your clock runs out on you're gonna have kids, you're not gonna have kids. Never been a kid guy my whole life. But at the end of the day, you fast forward, when you get old, you're probably gonna want somebody to wipe your ass. You know what I'm saying? So coming to that point in life where probably gotta try to have some kids. Am I gonna be able to have kids? I don't know. We're gonna try. But you gotta take advantage. You really do. Got to take advantage. So I'm going to try to have, and we're in the content game. So I'm going to try to have a good, take advantage of this opportunity this weekend. I'm going to cherish it. I don't know how many more of these I got. You know what I mean? And we'll try to do some content. We'll try to have some fun. If you guys have any ideas or any questions or anything you'd like to see, you let me know. But I'm going to have a nice lunch somewhere. I'm going to go have a little happy hour and enjoy myself. I'm going to go watch the Pistons game. I'm probably going to come back and not watch the Spurs game because it's just on a little bit too late. And then Saturday night, I just remembered my buddy invited me to a little show. All right. Well, it's a club, but his friend's DJing, but that'll be fun. She doesn't come on until midnight. I was like, God damn, it's my gay friend Kemdy. Great guy. Tapped in. Social plug. You know what I mean? Always got to have one of those. So I turned 30 in a few months. Enjoy it. Turn 30 tomorrow. This exact thing has been going through my mind. Listen, man, your 30s are your fucking prime. The 30s. This is actually the one thing I've been sharp with. Everybody thinks like, I hate when people say pushing 30. Brother, there is nothing wrong with pushing 30. There really isn't. 30 is when you actually start to do some shit. You know, I think, you got some more experience. You're not a total fuckhead. You got a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Not rolling in dough unless you got rich parents. That's fine. Or if you've done very well in life, good for you. But you got to enjoy your 30s. You just have to. Whether you have a kid or no kid. Steak has a kid. He's still going out there doing whatever the fuck he wants. You got to be smart. You know what I mean? Find babysitters, whatever. And then when you are home, you put in the time. So I'm going to cherish it. But before I do, we got to look at the baseball board. All right? We got to look at the baseball board. Yeah. Yay, lads. So baseball. Yay, lads. Your lucky friend Greg is very funny. I just turned 33, Jeff. Well, happy birthday, Rando. Can't wait for a live stream when wife is giving birth in a year. That will not be happening. I will tell you right now, I don't know how you guys feel about this. As I talked to you about yesterday with the pet peeves that I have in life, and I don't like that Steak fucking records himself while he's driving. I think that is like top of the list of like douchebag things to do, and I really let him know about it in the text messages. I'm like, hey man, you're I love you. But like, can you just not do that? It's just so incredibly douchey. I'm 51. Enjoy every minute of your 30s. Yep. Jeff and YouTube fucking absolutely knows ball. Where was I going with this? Oh, I will tell you right now, just a personal opinion. This is no knock on anybody. I think it is insane to post your kid on Twitter. I think it's insane. Like, I'm not a Facebook guy. I'm not even really an Instagram guy. But that is what that's for. Like, it's everybody you know. It's just an echo chamber. That is where you post stuff about your kids, in my opinion. You can do whatever you want. I think it is insane when I see people I follow and people I like who post pictures of like their fucking newborn kid on Twitter. Where Twitter is full of people behind burner accounts being nasty as fuck. It just is. It's not for everybody. It's not. They'll knife you good on Twitter. It's a scary place out there. I just don't really know if it's a place to put a picture of your kid or anything about your kid. So I can promise you right now that that's not happening. That is just straight up not happening. And if one of you motherfuckers are like, oh, just wait till you have a kid. No. I got friends who send me pictures of their kids. I'm like, what are you sending me pictures of your kids for? What do I need to know? You know what I mean? Like, what do I need to see about your kid? Like, I'm talking, when I say kid, I'm not talking about like a 10-year-old. I'm talking about like, like a fucking like baby. It's like, that's great. You know what? I'm not a big baby holder either. I don't hold babies. But anyways, let's get into it. Baseball today. Dude, Alex Smalley needs to go away. This guy's 4 under. 4 under. I swear, I'm not even remotely kidding. If this motherfucker wins, where are the fucking live golfers? I need a live golfer. Like, I need fucking oxygen to get up there. Where's Patrick fucking idiot Reed? Anyways, let's get into it. Oh, Yankees Mets. I'm gonna go to that on Sunday. We'll be boots on ground. Okay, awesome. Yeah, a lot of weirdos out there. Yep, bro's the devil. Who, me? I'm not the devil. Why? Because I don't want to fucking hold the baby? Get out of here with that shit. Let's talk about it. Pull up the board. Reed not a live guy anymore? You're kidding. Are you kidding? He's not? When did that change? When did that change? Say it, yeah, lads. I'll put you in timeout fast so you can fucking blink. Say it. When did Patrick Reed not be on before the season? He hasn't been. Fucking he hasn't been. It's the first season. He hasn't been. Fucking out here. Fuck. Well, I'm really fucked. What am I all in on John Rahm and Joaquin Neiman and Cam Smith? Yeah, I'm that bet's fucked. I didn't know he did that. I just knew Koepka did that. I did know that. I know that much. Okay. Let's get the board up. You know what? I gotta pee again too. Sorry. I will share my screen. Let's get the screen up here. All right, here we go. Philadelphia and the Pirates. Ooh, fun series here. Fun series. Pittsburgh Pirates. Who's pitching for these guys? Braxton Ashcraft and Aaron Nola. Oh, wow. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. Is this a lot of respect for the Pittsburgh Pirates? Kind of feels like it. The Pirates being minus 130. And the only problem is what do the odds makers do with the Phillies? Because Aaron Nola, I mean, he's still kind of a name, although it doesn't seem that he's a very good pitcher anymore. 5 ERA. Kyle Schwarber. Yep. Aaron Nola, dog water. Nola's cat meat. That's what's going on. Well, what I was going to say, and I don't know if you like this or not, Rav earmuffs, because I'm not a hater of the city of Pittsburgh like Goots. I was going to say the Phillies feel like the kind of team that come into Pittsburgh who's like the shiny new toy and big brother them. What do you think about that take? You know what I mean? Because you often forget. And I was reminded with the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers, there's a rivalry here. There's an in-state Pennsylvania rivalry between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Pittsburgh feels they're tougher, more blue collar. They certainly have shittier sandwiches. No offense. And the Philadelphia Phillies are like, fuck that. We got Big Dom. Pirates own the Phillies in Pittsburgh, from what I remember. They usually do that just like every team in the NL Central. Got you. So what I was going to say is just on face value, surface level, I was going to say the Phillies coming to Pittsburgh, and they win. That's what I was going to say. That's my capping right there. But then I see that Ashcraft is minus 130 against Aaronola. And I know Ashcraft stats-wise looks like the better pitcher with the lower ERA, but I thought that this was a lot of respect from the odds makers. That's what I thought. I don't really know, though. Pickett says that 259 bets are in on Pittsburgh, 139 are in on Philly, so it's 2-1 essentially. I'm gonna go. You know what, Brav? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go with the Phillies here. I'm gonna bet the Phillies. By the way, shout out to the guy yesterday bitching about my totals. This is so funny. I bet 3 totals yesterday. I went 1-1-1. I hit the over in Houston. That was an early game, and then I got 2 others. I got the over in Atlanta with the Cubs. Okay, shit wager. Spoiler alert. Then I got the under in the White Sox Royals game. Okay, under 8. Well, it's 4-1 in the White Sox game in like the 4th inning. That doesn't look good. It's 2-0 in the 6th inning in the Atlanta game. That doesn't look good. This fucking guy comments and he goes, ouch. I never seen this guy's name before. He followed me. He blocked me now, but he didn't block me. I didn't even say anything wrong. He goes, ouch. I go, oh, did you stub your toe? And he said, no, I tailed your 2 shit totals. I was like, oh, that's too bad. Because the over in Houston was free as fuck. What do you want me to say? And then I was like, oh, you're fucking crying. You probably shouldn't be going around tailing people when you're crying before the games are over. And then he was like, I think he commented something and deleted, but he was like, oh, you spend all day on Twitter to give out bum-ass picks or some shit like that or whatever. And then he blocked me. I don't think I said anything wrong. You can't come fucking poke me and I flick you in the forehead and you fucking run and cry. I just don't really know that that's how that works. Coming in my comments saying, ouch. The fucking game's not even over, pal. Relax. So anyways, fuckface he only lost 1 game. He lost the over in Atlanta. Sorry. And then the White Sox under push. So anyways, 1-1-1. Still in the baseball bag. I'm not going to let you forget it until I get out of it, which will probably happen because I keep saying it. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, I got to pee. Be right back.
It's truly fucking just, man. It's really just. I'll do a 24-hour diaper stream if he can go a full boardroom without 1 pee break next week. 24-hour diaper stream.
I love that Trent comes on and vanishes when I come back. What did he say? If I can go, how long? Listen, I got to remind people, I had a fucking large iced coffee today. I had a cup of tea on stream, hibiscus chai or some bullshit, and I'm drinking water. It's not like I'm just sitting here doing nothing and having to pee. I'm taking in a lot of liquid. I don't know what you want me to do. What about the 24-hour you owe us? Excited for you to bet on the series, the Knicks series next, Trent. Diaper stream is crazy. That's actually hilarious. Yeah. When nature calls, you got to answer. Yeah, thank you. Jeff's the one that needs the diaper. Yeah, obviously. All right, let's talk about Toronto and Detroit. You savage. What a name. That reminds me. Sometimes I judge books by cover sometimes, and it's like, I remember Notre Dame had a cornerback named Jamorris Slaughter, and I was like, oh, this guy's going to be good. Like, how can you not be a good football player when your name is Jamorris Slaughter? It's so cool. You know what I mean? And he was okay. He never amounted to anything in the pros or anything like that. I think he like was an undrafted free agent or something. But just Savage, dog. Absolutely dog. Stop with the Grand Salami. The Grand Salami is fucking dead to me until I can start winning some bets. I tell you guys, listen, I will take a lot of the chirps and criticism. I don't care to be, I am so far from a respected sports bettor on this app. I accept it. I don't care. Meme capper, whatever kind of capper you want to call me is fine. I'm doing this for me. I can't go out there and fuck around and be hammering the Grand Salami when it's May 15th and I got 2 green days. Do you understand? Look at my picket calendar. 12 days in the red, 2 in the green. I'm not waking up and thinking, oh, what's going to be fun today? No, I want to fucking win. I don't like that. When I win money gambling, I'll go to the fucking Four Seasons of Miami. You don't think I want to win? You're just forcing content. Shut up. Toronto, -120, total at 8. Who is this fucking guy? You got a guy named Yesavage against somebody named Hanafi. I will tell you right now, give me a guy named Yesavage every single day over a guy named Hanafi. Don't know anything about him. Put the Jays first 5 on my card. Zach Littell, former Rays legend. He's got an 8.61 ERA. You hate to see it. Nationals at home against the Orioles. I mean, listen, by the way, in all seriousness, I hit that parlay. I hit the fade Krabs parlay. Sorry, Krabs. But I mean, that's just how things work in life. Pickett saying I lost $9 yesterday. That's not right. That's not right. How? No. Come on. What are we talking about here? I didn't lose $9 yesterday. It had to be a green day on the calendar. Just had to be. Hold on. Hold on. I got to see if this is right. Oh, you fucking bitch. 120. No, what? I did lose $9. All right, I got 1 green day. Fuck. Shit. Anyways, cash the Krabs parlay under team total. So let's just go back. Yeah, let's go back to what we said. The day after the Krabs boots on ground game, the Nationals are going to go over their team total. That's how life works. Cooch, Jovan, and I hit all our bets at that game. Felt bad for Krabs. Yeah, I feel bad for Krabs too. Just to be clear, it's not that I wanted it to happen. It's going to happen. So I'll bet on it. Shane Baz is in town. Shane Baz is unfortunately going to get hit up, but you know what? Orioles will probably hit Zach Littell up too. 2 former Rays pitchers going at it. That should be fun. Give me the over. Joe Ryan on the bump today against the Brewers. He's -103 at home. Wow. I don't know who's pitching for the Brewers yet, but I told you this yesterday. If there's a team to just blindly bet for me, it would be the Brewers. I do not want to take the Minnesota Twins, even with Joe Ryan pitching against him. So I would lean Brewers there, but stay away game. Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cincinnati fresh off a 15-run game. Shellacking. Goes to Cleveland. You know what? Sure. Reds. Why not? Why not? Abbott on the bump against Biev. Total at 8. Why not? Roto predicts Chad Patrick on the bump for Brew Crew. Thank you, Proper Patch. God. I'm a fucking week removed, or woke up with a sore throat a week ago. I think I'm a couple days removed from it, but I got to tell you, still don't really feel 100%. My throat is driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this Cleveland game, but I think I'd probably go with the Reds. Rays today, 7:10 p.m. against Jansen Junk. Schulten's going. You already know what I'm going to say. The Rays are 28-14 on the year. They're 14-4. They had a day off after getting walked off against the Blue Jays. Congratulations, Toronto, for winning a game and avoiding the back-to-back sweeps from Tampa Bay. Fucking own your ass. The Marlins are 20-24. They are a terrible road team, 6-12. The total is 8 in this game. I don't really know what to think because I like Jansen Junk. I like him. He's a good pitcher. He's got a 3.27 ERA. Schultens is not the best pitcher. Certainly is not the best pitcher. So you might come around to wanting to take the Marlins. I just don't know if that would be a very good bet because you're fading the Rays. So stay off on that one. Here we go. Mets, Yankees. Try to go to this game on Sunday. The weather looks to be great. I love Citi Field. I really do. Clay Holmes is on the bump for the Mets. 1.88 ERA against Schlittler. Total at 7. I got one for you. The Mets are plus 140. Shout out to me. I said I think the Mets might be back. Also, Steak, who never forget, Trent, if you're still in here on the Yap, when they were like, I don't really know how Jeff Sunday bets. There's no rhyme or reason. But Steak is sharp. Yeah. Steak said the Tigers were going to be back, even though they've lost like 9 out of their last 10 games. What do? They got swept by the Mets. So, yeah, fucking balled over my ass. I think the Mets might be back. And I'll tell you right now, this is a really obvious under. Even though the Yankees are involved, really obvious under. Both teams 3-7 in their last 10 to the over. However, I'll square up with an under from time to time. I sure will. I think we get some runs in this game. I do. I think we get some runs in this game. Runs in the Subway Series when nobody expects it. Braves, Strider on the bump, minus 145. Against Connell Eerily. I don't know. I can't stand saying this guy's name. Boston plus 130. Is that a little short? Let's see what Pickett has to say about this game. Braves minus 150. Connolly early. I don't know, man. Okay. That's kind of what I needed to hear because that line to me looks short. I mean, the Braves are 30-14. Are they the first 30-win team in baseball? 14-7 at home. Red Sox are terrible. Yeah, no thanks. That would be the Red Sox or nothing for me. Early isn't bad. True. But I mean, Strider's still Strider, isn't he? That's what I thought at least. The White Sox, you know what? I just realized something. I was giving shit to Greg about his mic, but there we go. Burke going for the White Sox against the Cubs. Oh, would you look at that? Steak fucking escapes town when the White Sox have to play host to the Cubs. How convenient. Either the Cubs are going into the South Side and bullying the White Sox, or Philadelphia is going to Pittsburgh and bullying the Pirates. Something's happening. Something's happening here. He's only pitched 9 innings so far. Fair enough. What do you think? Cabrera against Burke, total 8.5. That would be a contrarian under, wouldn't it? Or not really, because the Cubs' bats have been kind of quiet. Probably not. No, I don't think it would, actually. I don't know, man. White Sox are pretty fun. First game over 500. I hate to say it, though. I think I lean Cubs here. PCA, how's PCA been doing? Any hot dudes on the Cubs? Ian Happ? This is where I really miss Steak. Shout out Steak if you're watching. You're probably not. Hope you're having a good time in Italy. I know you just got there. You're probably jet lagged. Hopefully you can take a little time to recoup. Murakami Suzuki home run parlay. Mr. Sunday, it would be an honor to have you sing at my wedding. I agree. It would be an honor to have me sing at their wedding. I think I would do a great job. I think if I were to sing or DJ at your wedding, you would not regret it. You would absolutely not regret it. What do you want me to sing? Well, I don't know. I can't answer that for you. Spencer Adighetti, the only good thing going for the Houston Astros. They stink 17-28 against the Texas Rangers, 21-22. Ooh. Jack Leader going. I'll tell you what. The voice of an angel. Thank you. I'll tell you what. This total looks a little high, doesn't it? I mean, neither of these bats for either team haven't really been very good. 8.5. Doing all kinds of tricks on it. Who is? Me or him? That's all right. Keep tricking it up. That's a high total in Houston, ladies and gentlemen. Who's getting hit? Leader's getting hit? Or Adighetti's getting hit? I don't know. Maybe both of them. St. Louis, Dusty May, and Waka coming in. St. Louis back from a long road trip, I believe. They just played in Oakland, Sacramento, whatever the fuck. They're back home, 10-10. I think it's Kansas City. I think it is Kansas City today. I do. Total 8.5. Kansas City, 19-25. This is almost a pick 'em. Does Kansas City get line respect? Maybe, but I like them. That's what I would probably take. What is it? 12:09. Jesus, way past fucking time. All right, flying through this. I gotta go. What do I gotta do? I gotta go get lunch. That's all I gotta do. Angels, Okanowitz against Blake Snell. Snell's probably gonna fucking tear their shit apart. Seattle minus 125. Ooh, Hancock. Herbie Hancock against Vasquez. San Diego plus 115. Total at 7. Kind of like the Mariners there. And then the A's. Oh, Savale and Molly. Total at 10. Total at 10 with the Giants bats. Uh-oh. Did any game go fucking over in that A's Cardinals series? God. Oh my God, not one game went over. When is the last time that happened? Yeah, I'll catch a falling knife. Oh, it happened actually against Kansas City. At home, every game went under. Wow. Little League Park my ass. Huh? Walker coming back to the loop. Ooh, I like that over. All right, guys. 2 hours and 10 minutes strong. Greg coming on. It's the weekend. Enjoy it. All right? Enjoy it. Try to be a good person. Don't be a douchebag or a scumbag out there, okay? Stay tuned. I think there's a yap today. If Trent is in the office, maybe there's a yap today. I don't know. We'll see if Biev and Rav can take the thumb out of their ass and stream. Yerfies have been printing. A's Yerfies have been printing. Okay, I bet they are. You guys have a great day. Good luck on all your wagers. Thank you as always for hanging out. Stay tuned. We'll have some good content for you this weekend. All right. Enjoy the PGA Championship, and I will see you Monday morning. We'll get a list of guests. Okay. If you have any feedback, feel free to comment, put in the DMs, do whatever you want. All right. Thanks again, and we'll see you Monday 10 a.m. Peace.